Uh, Name is Ike Jonstone. Right now we're at the Bill Pickett Riding Academy, located on West River Drive in Montgomery, Fairmount Park, Philadelphia.
And what is the significance of Belmont Stables here?
Belmont Stable was built to be a police stable back in the 30s. Matter of fact, 1936. It was to house the Fairmount Park guards, mounted guards, and they moved out of here about 1930. We moved in here to start a youth program. Primarily they come from North Philly, but now we take them from all over the city, especially what's going on in the city with all the crime and whatnot. And we're trying to reach out to as many young people as we possibly can.
What was your affiliation in Temple?
I retired as a lieutenant with his campus police department after, like, I think it was 32 or 33 years, something like that. But we started this program along with Mr. White, who was the vice president at Temple at the time, and Mr. Bergman. So the three of us started this program in 1996, I think it was.
How many kids have come through the program, do you think?
Oh, man. I would say over 1,400 in that period of time, 1,400.
Can you describe the program a little bit?
Yeah, what we do, basically what we do, we bring the kids down here. It's primarily was a summer program. We bring the kids down here during the summer months just to get them out the neighborhood, expose them to the horses. And, you know, we have them riding, but the whole thing wasn't designed to make riders out of them, but it's just to get them out the neighborhoods. And I know one of the things that it did for me when my kids were young, I think my oldest boy, who's 33 now, when he was about 12, with all my kids, we got involved in horses. And I like to think, and matter of fact, I know that it built up their self-confidence.
What do you think the connection is between horses and you know, improving confidence?
Well, horses teach us a lot about ourselves, you know, and it teaches, for example, there are 3 human emotions that are incompatible with communicating with a horse. It's anger, fear, and patience. If you have any anger in you, the horse is going to pick it up and you're not going to be able to communicate with the horse. So it teaches how to control your anger. Same thing with fear. If you have this fear running through you, they'll pick that up and you're not going to be able to communicate. So once you learn that you cannot communicate with this animal, if those 3 things are present, then you learn to get rid of those 3 things. So that's how it helps you. And that's just one of the lessons, but there's numerous lessons that we can get from horses. Horses mirror us. You know, when you look at a horse, you're looking at yourself. You know, he has no agenda. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get.
Do you remember the first time you got up on a horse?
I think I was always fascinated with horses, and I was hesitating because my brother brought something to my attention not long ago, because I remember telling him my first experience with a horse when we were young. I think I was about 6 or 7, and I'm from the Harrisburg area. A guy used to come around with a pony, you know, and go around the neighborhood taking pictures, right? So while he was out in the neighborhood taking pictures, he used to park his trailer near our house. So I used to go peep in the trailer, and I was so fascinated saying to myself, a horse used to be in there, you know, right on down to building a stall next to my house, you know, and didn't even have a horse, you know. So I think like what most kids do, we're all fascinated about horses, and that was mine.
Have you seen any transformations of young people, other than your kids, getting to come here?
Yeah, there's one young man that comes to mind. He came here, his name is Muhammad. He would live here if I would let him, you know. He came here and, you know, you couldn't understand what he was saying. He mumbled, you know, you could very, you know, and he's been here about 6 months now, and you can see the gradual change. I can understand what he's saying now. He sticks his chest out when he does things, because kids that came through after him, he's like showing them what to do. So it gets that little peer thing. He walks around now with his chest out and whatnot, and they look up to him, you know. And then, so he's the one that come to mind. And, you know, when they come on the weekends, we tell Muhammad, you tell your mom to come back and pick you up at 1:30. Well, if we don't stay on top of him about that, he would never call his mom. she shows up 3 o'clock, 3:30, you know, so he doesn't always tell her the correct time to pick him up. I don't know. I think that's the thing that I really enjoy is seeing these kids when they come in, they scared to death. By the time they leave, and there's smiles on their face, you know, and that's what keeps me going.